Update 6.1.3 is now live, and with it, we now have Steam achievements. So we're going to talk about that and more on this episode of the Escape Podcast for Star Wars: The Old Republic. Our broadcast astromech today is EPC 352. And playing alongside me is Seema. Hi, Seema. How's it going?
Hey, Max. Is going well. We just had a really great time in our ops night tonight. We're working on hard mode. What do we call it? Veteran mode, Dread Palace, and we had a very good run. We two-shot Tyrans, which was basically a bugaboo for us last week, and then we also got down Calpheus, so that's the third boss. So next week we'll probably do exactly the same thing and then not have time for Raptus, but we'll get there. But it was a lot of fun. And I just want to say I almost bought something off the Cartel market today, and it's because of that, Galactic, here's some interesting things to do guide thing that we have now.
Oh yeah.
Because when I logged in, and I don't fall for a lot of assault cannons, but I really like this Nahut's heavy cannon.
Yeah.
Because it's got that kind of holographic. So I said, oh, maybe I'll buy that. And I looked at the Cartel market. It's like half off. And I'm like, 1,500 Cartel. Oh, let me see how much it is on the GTN. And I looked at the GTN as like 14 or 15 million credits. And I'm like, is that like good or bad exchange rate? And then I sorted them, and there was like one for 5 million. And I'm like, oh, I'm just going to buy that one. But it's actually, I never would have even known about that cannon if it weren't for this Galactic guide thing.
Did you buy it?
I did buy it on the GTN.
Yeah, because it is cool. But remember, there's also the holographic weapon tuning that we got to see, which can take any assault cannon and make it holographic.
I wonder what that looks like on this.
Well, it'll be double holographic.
Yeah. There must be a word for that. Yes. Right. But so I'm kind of warming up to this Galactic guide thing. I haven't really used it for the other two pictures, the other two windows, but I'm getting to a point where I kind of like saying, oh, what's the special today on the Cartel market? And I mean, but the way I used it, my whole point was the way I used it was then I didn't know about this assault cannon. I saw it, I liked it, then I went to the GTN and bought it. So it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to spend Cartel coins. So anyway, that is just my story for the going with you, Max.
I also had fun in some vet mode Dread Palace. We got, was it 4 or 5 people got an achievement, had not done Calpheus on vet mode in the past, which was cool. So that's great. So we are going to continue to do that, and I'm sure we'll do more in there. It's a fun operation. It's one of my favorite, as I like to say. Did a bunch of rat cool stuff on Tuesday. That was also fun. I did install Star Wars: The Old Republic on Steam because we're going to talk about that today, and I wanted to see my achievements pop up and see what I had there. I thought I hit Valor rank 100. I actually did not. I think I had told people in the past that I hit Valor rank 100. I am 84 on 2 characters and 79 on another character. So I hit whatever you needed to wear the PvP armor back in the day, the crafted PvP armor set. In fact, I think I have it as a set on my mercenary here. That's what I was thinking was vet 300 or vet 100, but it's not. So I will have to keep at it a little bit. But I've switched character.
So are you going to work towards that then?
I'm not going to not work towards it. I've just I still PvP from time to time. Here it is. This is, and it's a really cool armor set. Let me go in the light here so it's easier to see. That's bad light. Need light in your face, Seema. There we go. This is the old school uh, whatever it was called, badassery, it's armor of badassery for PvP, and you could not wear it. In fact, I don't know. Let me see if it says it on the pieces. There was a minimum requirement to wear it. I would have to look in my bank because now these are just the stamped pieces. War hero. So I got war hero rank, and I was able to have enough rep back in the day, way back to wear this.
Way back, Morty.
If you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I still like this armor set. It's very spiky. It's very pointy. But that's what I've been doing. Rakghoul is always fun as well. I tanked. I tanked Eyeless on my Vanguard, and I had talents with speed boost. I was using my hydraulic overrides or whatever it's called on the Republic side, and I think our healer had a healing ability which also gave a speed boost. I was doing the technique where you run around in a circle, and if you run fast enough, besides the first minute and a half when I was running too fast and didn't have enough aggro and the boss got pulled away, and I don't think we got a circle at all from like
Mm-mm.
80% to 0, a
No,
purple
it was
circle, and I was just
awesome.
booking. I had to like I felt like I was gonna outrun him, and he was gonna get lost and reset or something. I was just like running around. That was quite effective of a strategy at that point.
Yeah, I liked it. I
Yeah,
liked it. And we went on to do a bunch of achievements then that night too, which is
right.
a fun thing to do.
So we've been coupling achievements with doing rampage, for example. So if part of the rampage is to kill a bunch of things on Alderaan, and there's 2 Sith overlords on Alderaan, then we'll kill a bunch of things while we're going off and killing 2 Sith overlords and get a bunch of people the Sith Overlord achievement. Oh, that was
So
great. I remember that. Yeah.
yeah, so sort of building on that, I parked a character out on Balmora where those little where that one pull of Bormu are. And
Mm-hmm.
my plan with her is to eventually get the conquest for killing 25 creatures on 25 mobs on Balmora, but it'll be Bormu and I'll be that much closer to 500 or whatever it was.
And every time they respawn, do you walk up to them and say, "Bormu, I have come to bargain"? Because that's what I do.
It's terrible. I kill them and then I log out and then I
Yeah,
log back in like a half an hour later. I
and
mean, I
kill them
could just
again.
stand there, wait for them to respawn, but I don't have that kind of focus. So I log out and do something else and then forget and then eventually come. So I could have gotten 25 today. I got like 9.
Yeah,
But
right,
still, that's
right.
the idea.
Yeah, to get them eventually. In the
Yeah.
long now, with infinite time stretching ahead of us, that's the way to do it.
Because I've been working on crafting. I've been like trying to stock up my um stuff so that I'll always have enough of the things that you need to build invasion forces with.
Right, right. All the
Not the actual
components
war
work.
supplies, but the components before that. So I've been doing that on my
Okay.
cyber tech. So I've been standing in
Oh, right.
uh, standing on various planets, crafting, waiting for nodes to respawn that I can just send. That I can harvest in place, and
Yeah.
then moving on to the next thing. So yeah,
The other thing I really liked about Tuesday night when we were going after those Sith overlords, we were on the Republic side, Sith overlords. 2 of the Sith overlords are inside the Imperial spaceport, the regular spaceport, where on the Imperial side you fly there on your ship and you get out.
yeah,
So we took our
right.
whole, we took 20
Is
people,
that what a spaceport is?
and well, I mean, not like, not like off, not like some questing compound. um, the regular spaceport. We took 20 people in there and we killed everything we could. We killed, outside. We killed the turrets and the guard droids. We killed the Sith Overlord on the inside. You can't kill like the quest givers inside there, but we did a little bit of rampaging around inside the Imperial
Yeah,
spaceport with our
it's
Republic hit
it's
squad.
actually
That was
it's a grief free.
Yeah, so it's not hurting anybody else, not hurting any other players, but it was you sort of feel it's a fun thing to do. I like how various MMOs have ways to assault the opposing factions like capitals and things like that. I wish there was more of that in unique ways in Star Wars: The Old Republic. I would love a way to get a ops team onto the opposing team's fleet
Fleet.
and
Yeah.
like run around like run around. Maybe you have to do it in PvP, flagged PvP, and like everyone else in the fleet would then like jump on you and fight all of you and pound on you. That would be hilarious. I would love that. That'd be really cool.
I
Yeah.
think we should get on a bantha mount or walkers or something,
Or a
and
Bormu. That's what we could
or a
do.
Bormu.
And
Yeah,
ride some
go around the
log
up.
mounts. We'll try to escape from everybody PvPing us on our log mounts. We'll all mount up on our log mounts and ride into the sunset.
Because those are the fastest mounts.
Yes. All right, let's talk about a little bit of news.
Now, an Imperial News Network report.
First up in the news, as we have been doing recently, Bug Watch. Bug Watch, Bug Watch. I believe up in the Bug Watch, actually a holdover from Bug Watch last week, the old Odessan banners in theory are fixed again
Yeah.
for the last time until the next time. Odessan banners, if you've been waiting for them to get fixed, if that's been important to you, hopefully they're fixed. I saw that. I was just amused by that. A couple other things. Supposedly,
But the thing, but also something that you complain about is like that they list all this stuff, but that they don't come back to it. This one they came back to.
well, and yes, they did. Yes, even in the bug, even in the
Yeah.
tracker, bug watch, tracker watch,
Yeah, they
bug
came back
tracker
and
watch.
posted that it should be in the next patch, and it
Yeah,
was.
there you go. Thank you very much. Also, a relatively important bug to know about is the purchase of the Predacious Weapon Lockbox, which is the Season 6 replica rewards for PvP that's been temporarily disabled. I guess there was a problem with weapons not showing up in that weapon box. They temporarily took it out. They will be putting it back. If you did not get the couple weapons that should have been in there, it will be coming back, or they'll probably fix it for you somehow. So keep an eye out for that.
So we have new stuff in the cartel market this week. One thing is the Winter Outlaw armor set, which is has some pretty nifty furry gloves on it, so kind of cool. And a lab technician armor set, which has actually kind of baggy pants, which we don't see a lot in this game, so that's
Hmm.
kind of interesting. The kind of big thing is the forklift walker mount, which is a big thing and has a really long mount special, which
Yes,
is
and big and dramatic. So here's Medulla got us this, and it cut this animated GIF of the mount. Look at that. So it's a big forklift, and the big mechanical forklift arm flips out in front of you, and the claw opens up, and then it folds up and folds off to the side. It reminds me of Aliens uh, 3 with Sigourney Weaver when she fights the alien queen in her. I mean, was that 2? I think that was 2. She fights the alien queen in the exoskeleton suit, which is kind of cool. Also in the news, the Rakghoul relic has changed. Apparently, and I didn't notice this. Did you
no.
notice this?
Mm-mm.
I meant to put it on and try it, and because we were using it on Tuesday night, and I feel like it didn't go away because I use it this way. In theory, it's changed now so that it's the little relic where if you click on it, you get the vaccine basically for the Rakghoul vaccine. Supposedly now, if you remove the relic, the vaccine also goes away, and then you have to like keep the relic on the whole time, or use a clickable vaccine that you can buy off the vendors. The problem with that is it's not worked that way for forever. It's been a nice sort of reusable vaccine, so we didn't have to go and buy stacks of vaccine or look for a vendor every time or be carrying stacks of them around every time we're off and doing things, or wear the thing, like wear a bad relic because they're pretty useless relics at this point in the game. I don't know why they made that change. I mean, they said by
I don't.
design it should have been that way from the start, but here we are 5
But
years
even
later.
so, I don't get it. I don't
Yeah.
get it.
I hope
Unless they made a change that affected, like maybe if they were cleaning up stuff and they made a
right.
change for all relics and this got caught in the net and then now he's just explaining it.
I hope that's the case, that it was, yeah, they were just refactoring some code and a unified code set. And I hope they didn't like, what we need to do, that darn antiviral kit, they keep clicking it and taking it off, and that you'll get a team on this. Get John, Sally,
I mean,
John, put a design
it
together on my desk
in
in the morning.
I mean in it doesn't really matter anyway because if you're doing like story mode, I mean, it's going to be fine. And if
Right.
you're doing
Just
vet
square.
mode or higher, then buy some vaccines.
Yeah, true. Fine. Yep. There you go. SEMA solved it. And also, like in the post, don't like rage. look at this raging. Do that part before you change crap that doesn't need changing. This change does not make the game better. So don't don't yell. Don't yell in the comments in your feedback. That's unfun
I'll try
feedback.
not to, Max.
SEMA. Yes, that was SEMA's post on the official forums. And that was SEMA's voice when she was making that post. Oh, I forgot. I meant to mention this. I'm seriously looking at this junk shop decoration bundle out of the last Cartel pack too. I want to see
Yeah,
these things live because I kind of like that junk shop effect. I've
I
got
do too.
I
Yeah.
I might take like either add it to this room, or my other room over here is a med bay right now in my Yavin stronghold. I might switch it over to like a droid repair and junk shop area. Although my little med bay, like I even have the privacy screens for the beds. You can go behind when you're getting
When you're
naked.
not feeling well.
I meant when they it's like changing, or yeah, when you're sleeping there in one of those stupid hospital gowns that's open
Oh, I
off
don't
the
feel well.
back.
I'm going behind the privacy screen.
Yeah. But yeah, so maybe I'll pick that up. Also in the news, let's see, we got some guild and community news. A few people in our group, Kyohu and BC, and a couple other people are talking about putting together an achievement group. Achievements are now mattering more. We're going to talk about that a little bit in the second half of the show. Steam achievements have now gone live. We've got teams of people that want to round out their achievement set. We've got a few people that have been deep into the achievement hunt for a long time. There's some experts, probably going to get some tips from them in future weeks. But just the general achievement group being able to go after some of the achievements, that it could be really fun. So keep an eye out for that in Guild Discord. You can get involved in that group. They might set up a day a week and run that periodically, once a week or once every 2 weeks. It's a fun thing to do. On top of like our Friday Flashpoint group, just another of the cool things that our guild members are getting together and doing. Did you have anything else
Yeah.
in guild or community news, Seema?
Not really. I'll just reiterate that we do our guild fun night, which is we call MFN, on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Everybody's welcome. We have Mega that's once a month, and we do flashpoints, master mode flashpoints on Friday nights,
Yeah.
every other week or so.
And that's on top of the 6 or so ops teams we currently have running.
Right. And
Like,
if we get this achievement group going, that'll be fun too.
yeah,
I mean,
it really
some
will.
achievements you have to be in a party, not in an ops. So I think maybe they'll be attacking those as well as some big, because we'll continue to do achievements in MFN as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some of them, like the master mode flashpoints, are serious business, and you're going to want a balanced group, and you're going to
Yeah.
want to go after them with friends.
Right.
So there's
Or
that.
if you want to do the end of the macro binoculars thing, I mean, that's got to be,
Yeah.
yeah, you can't solo that because you have to click on those 4 things, and yeah.
It's annoying. Also, shout out to the chat room. We have achieved the you have achieved our appreciation for your participation in the chat room there. Really glad you guys are in there live with us. It makes the show more fun for us. So thank you very much. And we will talk to you more in the post show. But now let's talk about,
Why, you stuck up, half-witted,
I don't know.
scruffy-looking nerf herder.
I don't know why I
Who's
picked that.
scruffy looking?
Update 6.1.3. That sound means that 6.1.3 is live. So let's talk about 6.1.3 in general. And then we'll talk a little bit about Steve.
Steve.
We'll talk about Steve. And then we'll talk about Steam in particular. So 6.1.3 did go live. I didn't realize the Steam achievements were going to go live as part of that, but they are. But there's a couple other things that went live as part of this too. So there's an article. Now remember, I think we showed the Cartel Market article. Yeah. The Cartel Market article, and I was noticing, and now I watch these extra close. These little poses. So this guy, he's like got his, he's doing a little lookout, or I liked this little stance from the lab technician armor set where she's got her gun down, she's got good trigger discipline, and
Right.
but she's like crouched and leaning forward. These are Daniel Steed's specials. So he uses special tools to set these up to show off the armor to good effect, to add little like here, this weapon isn't part of the set, but he gave it a weapon so you could sort of see what it looks like to be wearing this armor set. Did the poses, did the close up, decided which of the pieces were going to be staged in what way. I don't know if this is like a little vape pen that the guy carries behind his ear, but he made sure to show that off. So this was well done. And I watch those every time. In the 6.1.3 news post that also got put together, you'll also see that kind of staged view of various pieces of the game, things that are coming as part of the update. So I'll talk about this first one, Seema, and then maybe you can talk about the next one. This ranked PvP rewards. So if you remember, what was going into 6.1.3 is a few of the previous season replica sets were being added for ranked PvP rewards. When you do ranked PvP now, you get reward tokens. So even if you don't achieve your points total by the end to get the rewards for that season, you will still be accumulating PvP reward tokens throughout the season, and you might have enough to get at least a reward or save them up over seasons and purchase some of these rewards. Of these sets right here, Predacious Weapons Set, the Predacious Wrangler Mount, and the Commanding Weapons Set, those are Season 6 and Season 8, a couple rewards from each of those. Those are what are now available. In the future, we're going to get the Furious Weapons Set as a replica weapon set that's going to be available for PvP ranked currency. That's one of my favorite weapon sets in the game. I would really, really like it. I doubt I'll go do enough ranked PvP to get the tokens, but it's really worth it. So if that's something that's going to get you in the mood to set up a ranked team and to really put the work into ranked PvP, it's worth it. It's worth it. So those are some of the best weapons in the game. So that is in, some of that's in now, but also remember there was the bug that came in the news this week for the Predacious Weapons Set, where not all of the weapons you're supposed to get. So here's these Predacious Weapons Sets. I think these are, I don't know which are Predacious and which are the Commanding, but some of them weren't showing up. So they're going to have to fix that, and before that goes back in. So we'll skip Steam achievements. We're going to do that. What did you think of this next one, Seema?
Just that they upped the rewards of uprising, so they'll be more commensurate with flashpoints.
Yeah, and
maybe people will do them more. Is that why people don't do uprisings? Is because of the rewards?
I don't know. Is that why you don't do uprisings?
No.
No. Why don't you do uprisings?
Because they have too much trash.
Yeah, it's a it's just, I mean, it's a different style.
It is a different style, and I get it. It's fine. It's just not my idea of super fun.
I did like them when they came out. I haven't had the urge to go back. I I liked the idea of sort of the assault on a base and waves of I didn't mind the waves of ad. If it felt like
Yeah,
more of like a war front and an epic battle war front style battle, not just like
yeah.
there's a big giant
I
robot
get
and
the
you go shoot the big
concept,
giant
right?
robot.
And
But
also with us spending more sort of time and focus on achievements, maybe I will revisit this
right.
whole uprising thing. Yeah.
And they've got some unique mechanics. They've got some unique little surprises in those uprisings. Again, I haven't had a big urge to go back there. I could see if I did go back there and the rewards were really paltry, that would be a kick in the face, and maybe that would make me not want to go back the next time. So this probably helps round that out. My expectation here also was they do use data to figure out what people are doing and what people aren't. They have analytics that show here's how many people are doing flashpoints, here's how many people are doing master mode operations, here's how many people are doing uprisings. So maybe they saw that uprisings is sort of way down on the list, and we're trying to think of ways to incent
Hmm.
people to get back in there.
Yeah.
And then what else is coming up? Oh,
We're
on
yeah.
Tuesday
Double XP will be back for about a month.
for a month. What do you think? I don't think I'm going to use the XP very much, but I will use Valor. It's also Valor. So
Hmm.
Renown in particular. But I was talking. I don't know if it was pre-show or at the beginning of the show, which has been so long ago now. We've been podcasting for 26 minutes, so who knows what I said earlier tonight. But I am
For
not
a second,
Valor
I thought
rank.
you were going to say 26 years.
I am not Valor rank 100 yet. I thought I was. I am Valor rank, and I'm only Valor rank 84, but I'm Valor rank 84 on this character, 85 on my Vanguard, and 80 and 79 on my Sork. So I would keep switching my main that I use for PvP. This though, with a month of Valor bonus, get in there, do a little bit of PvP, get your Valor ranks up, you get closer to that Valor rank 100, which you may want to for what we're going to talk about next.
Hmm.
So there's a bunch of additional, more detailed patch notes. I didn't see anything else all that interesting in here. Do you remember anything? Little, just
Yes, I do. The thing that stood out for me was that they made the gamblers party floor the
ah
duration of the dance up to 60 seconds.
yes, because that had been changed to be down to like 6 seconds or something.
Yeah. Yeah, which
Much.
is impossible, is so short. Yeah.
So when you were doing the tequila dance, you didn't even get like the whole dance, and Macarena, you only
I don't
got like up to this, and then it cut off your dance. You got to get the hey Macarena part.
I don't understand why isn't just like a toggle, like it just goes until you move.
It should. I agree. Why wouldn't that's actually that's absolutely right.
I mean, maybe it's has to do with AFK things or something, like it can't tell if you're AFK then or something. I don't know. But still, yeah. It's not 6 seconds anymore.
Do you want to talk about this Marauder change? This that that you were mentioning earlier? Why don't you do
Um
that?
yeah, well there has been some outrage about this Marauder change. Basically, with Marauders that are doing harder content, what they've been doing is they've been piling up their stacks of fury before a pull, and then they modify their utility choices to a different choice that's better for like whatever the DPS needs are for that fight. But they go in with full stacks of fury, but that utility they've switched out. So like here in the patch notes, they said all active stacks of fury are lost when the Sith Marauder modifies their utility choices, or in the cases of a Sentinel, the stacks of centering are lost. And that was met with some outrage because A, it's been that way for a long time, and B, like the patch notes came out on Tuesday and the change went out on Wednesday. And C, there was no like warning and no explanation of why, and it just kind of it I get it. Like I don't like change in general. Like,
Yeah.
so when it feels arbitrary and it's also instant like this, it feels punishing, especially when you're a marauder and other people who can build their stacks of whatever they need without penalty.
Right. And this has
Yeah.
been part of the what you have felt like is potentially a core mechanic of the way you prep for a fight.
Right.
I
Right.
I can see from a design perspective, it's not intended to be that way, and it's a little bit janky of a way for that to be working. That you would have to be changing your utilities before every fight starts.
Right. And that's probably what, how the devs are thinking of it is like this isn't we want utilities to provide you different ways of doing things and variety, but not in the same fight.
Now you had an insight to this that I think is probably the most salient point, which is an explanation, more
Yeah.
detail, and better communication around it.
It it just goes so far to diffusing the outrage.
Right.
Yeah. And a little in this case too, I mean, maybe they don't want to give notice because then they just think, well, everyone's just going to complain for the whole period of the notice, which is also true. But um,
Maybe.
yeah, a little explanation. And it's like it's come up so many times before, and sometimes they do give great explanation, and we always say, yay, yay on you, that was good. I'm glad you did that. But then they don't always.
Right. So in this case, they didn't, and it only adds to the opportunity for outrage. Not that an explanation isn't going to diffuse everything,
Right,
but
right,
it
right.
will at least provide
And
insight.
some people won't buy the explanation or
Right.
whatever. But yeah, so if you provide the explanation, you still can't control people's reactions, but at least you've provided the info.
Right. So it is a challenge if that was part of your core gameplay. At a minimum, you can now not worry about it
I mean,
and
some people
pick
have figured out some sort of ways around it that involve like changing a tactical and doing some other things that I didn't really track and get. But even the fact that they figured that out and it's like even more punishing because it had like 6 steps instead of 5 steps, it's just
or just
ugh.
or just play the classes it was intended. And if you've
Well,
figured all of that out, then you're probably good enough to not need full stacks to start the fight. You're probably just padding your meters. Just
mm,
relax and play as it was intended, and then now you don't have to worry about changing utilities before every fight again. But that's not the way people think, and
no.
I could see when you're trying to push the edge that you want every bit you can squeeze out of the mechanics, whether you
And I
need it or not.
right. And I do think it's probably like we say this all the time, that the players who do ops in the first place and rank PvP are the small percentage. And then the ones who do veteran, ranked PvP and then veteran ops and master mode ops are even smaller percentage. So I don't know.
Right.
I still think notice would have been good though.
The only thing I thought of that I hope wasn't the case was it was it was a little bit of a balance breaker. A lot having Marauders able to do that, pushing their DPS because they were able to make that switch in utilities beyond what it should have been, which was pushing Marauders even higher up the stack of preference for master mode fights, which would have
Mhm.
been demoting other classes, so that
Right.
master mode teams might be saying, no, we'll only take you if you're a Marauder and you know how to do this kind of stuff. That's the kind of thing that they would want immediately, or not immediately, obviously years later, that they would really focus on, is if it's player behavior is weird things are happening like that. Speaking of teams that are pushing master mode operations, 16-player master mode Apex Vanguard has been rebalanced. So anybody that's working on 16-player master mode, boy, that's got to be pretty fun. Uh, the photogenesis, which is the heal ability when it's in the light, got the light phase and the dark phase and a bunch of things going on there in the master mode fight. photogenesis healing ability has been reduced a little bit. So if people were sort of stuck on that Apex Vanguard fight with your 16-person master mode group, maybe it's a little bit easier right now. So there you go. That's pretty cool. I didn't see anything else that crazy that I remember in here. Typos, moved some things around. The droids, sort of just fixes. The location of contact General Garza, step of friend or foe mission, is now visible on the map. Well, that's good, because you only have to go and talk to General Garza like 17,000 times in the Trooper story. So having it on the map every single time, because you might have forgotten. When she gives you a call and says, I need you to come to my office, and then you get to her office and she says, what are you doing here? I could have just called you. That's, that really drives the point home that she just, wants to see you, which is nice. It's nice to be appreciated in that way.
This thing about the Swoop Gang rep vendors they're in the Cartel Bazaar now. It reminds me of a really cool thing too. And I don't know if you've tried it, Max, yet, but the tactical that you can get, I think it's from the Blatant Bex. It says something like mount acceleration when you mount or something like that. But what it means is when you first get off your mount, you run like a bat out of hell.
Yeah.
For a short time. It's very cool. I recommend.
There's that one where you run really fast getting off your mount, and then there's the other one where every time you dismount, your mount explodes and you go flying through the air.
I haven't got that one yet.
That is spectacular. And we've talked about this a little bit in previous podcasts. We need an extra slot. We need a slot added that you can have like right here. In fact, we got a space. There's even a space for it right here. We need a cosmetic tactical slot. So we can have our battle tactical and our cosmetics tactical. And the cosmetics tactical are the things like that. Those would be perfect class of cosmetic tacticals where it has an effect. You'd never use that in a fight. In fact, you can use that to play around, and then you're going to swap it out for something that helps you, that helps you shoot things immediately. And having to swap tacticals all the time is sort of clunky. Give us a cosmetic tactical set that gives me like smoke, fire. I'm on fire. That's the I'm on fire tactical. I want that one.
Right.
I've mentioned I invented the Force Ghost tactical. You're an Inquisitor. You could have an Inquisitor specific, turns you sort of like permanently into a Force Ghost. Then you're like a Force Ghost shooting lightning around.
Yeah, I like it.
Give us a cosmetic tactical slot. There, I'll give you that one for free. My consulting, 50% off of my consulting fee on the design for the cosmetic tactical concept there, BioWare. And I think that was it out of this stuff. Well, this one now that chafes me a little bit because I misread it. Narshadon Nightlife. The Emperor's slot machine no longer removes a Kingpin casino chip when a cartel market certificate is won. I misread that.
Yeah, you wanted it to be the other thing.
I wanted to no longer remove an Emperor slot machine, an Emperor casino chip when a cartel market certificate is won.
You wanted to have your cake and eat it too.
Well, I count cartel market certificates off the Emperor machine as a loss.
Okay.
Because it's just a loss of a token. I don't need it. I have so many cartel market certificates. Well, maybe this is just me. Stacks, since I had hundreds of golden certificates. I had probably 80 or so cartel market certificates. They're useful. They're very good certificates. I don't have a Rodian, so there's that. We're not going to talk about that this week. But so every time I would have some more Emperor slot machine tokens, what I'd really want is either the Predator mount or 50 Kingpin. So then I can go back to the Kingpin machines and try to win a Rodian and not. So not losing. So every time I would go to the Emperor slot machine and put in a token and I'd win a cartel market certificate, I'd go like, oh crap, this is terrible. What a terrible thing to happen to me. I won a cartel market certificate. Bragging, Galahad. I didn't win a Rodian. Anyway, I misread this and saw this as that I would get my Emperor's token back, and it's not. I guess there was a bug where, in addition to winning the stupid cartel market certificate that you didn't even want, it would take away an extra Kingpin casino chip, which I didn't notice, or I would have been really angry about winning those cartel market certificates. So that is apparently fixed now. Is nightlife still going on, Thema?
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know. Chat room, if you could look that up for us, that would be great. And then a bunch of fixes for Swoop Rally. Swoop Rally is coming back at the end of the month. I want it to come back. I'm ready for it to come back. I want to go do some swoop racing. I wish it was around. The week comes, and I don't feel like doing like 50 swoop races in a day, or like all my swoop races in a week. I would do like a couple a week. I'd love if it was
Right.
just up all the
Yeah.
time for a little while until I got the legendary, which I'm not yet. But now I'm maybe gonna do a push and get it when it comes back at the end of the week, and then I can just have fun doing a couple races here and there and get any of the achievements. I think one of the achievements, it was a little bit difficult to get, and they did a fix around getting one of the perfection. The Horizon Razor Andron course mission is now tracked for Horizon Perfection achievement on Andron as intended. So you can finish off those achievements as well.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking forward to swoops coming back. Are you legendary in one of the swoops already?
Yeah, I'm legendary in one of them. I am looking forward to it coming back. I have a couple of perfection achievements, but they just happened. I wasn't going for them.
That kind of stuff just happens to Seema. Just perfection just manifests around Seema on
Well,
a regular
I'm
basis.
pretty sure that happens to everyone. There's like a set of them that are super
Nope.
easy.
I've never even heard of it on my characters. I don't know what you're talking about. Seema's just that good, folks.
Well, what I was gonna say is that I might, when I first read about them, I was like, oh, I have to try for these. But now I'm thinking trying for perfection is bad for my head in general. So I'm not, maybe I'll just release that aspiration and not go for perfection.
They should have, if you failed to get perfection like n number of times, they should have "Don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good" achievement.
I want the one though, the one that where you mess up,
Yes,
where you hit every bomb or you hit everything. Yeah.
Yeah, which is
That
I
one.
forgot what it's called, but it has a good name. It's just something like, obscenely, ridiculously bad or something. I don't know what it is. It's not that. It's not as Matt Pusevich didn't make it up, because that's what it would be if Matt did. But it's got a good name associated with it too. Oh, I didn't realize I've got so I guess we're gonna move on to talk about this now anyway. My Steam logo, and it puts the little steam pipe thing next to my name up there too. I got the little steam. So I've got my steam pipes flare. I'm in my stronghold here. I don't know if you guys noticed, I got steam coming out of the wall, although it's technically not steam.
It's technically vapor.
It's cold water vapor out of my defrosters.
Perfect idiot. Yes, BC.
Perfect
You
idiot.
count on
Thank
BC to
you.
remember everything.
Yes.
I'm too much of an idiot to have remembered that.
But Steam, I didn't think it was going in. In fact, I didn't see it in initial patch notes when they came out on Tuesday. I'm pretty sure it was not in the patch notes when it came out on Tuesday, because I felt like I would have noticed it.
Well, somebody asked me on Tuesday if they were going in this week. I'm like, no, there's nothing in the patch notes about it.
Yeah, on Tuesday night, we're like, no. But it is. It did. We have achievements in Steam. I installed Star Wars The Old Republic in Steam today because now there's finally Galahard chat room. Have we gotten to the part? Have we gotten to the Trace Comas bragging part yet? Trace Comas Club. I'm in my stronghold. I could just open up my legacy storage. You could see all trace of the Comas. But no, that wasn't on the agenda for tonight. Anyway, let's talk about Steam achievements, which I don't have that many. I am a little bit behind. Do I need to invite you back to the stronghold?
No, I think I'm still in here. Yeah.
Oh, there you are. You're hanging out right here. I did install Star Wars The Old Republic via Steam so that I could see my achievements, and this is a little bit what it looks like. I kept both my installs because I don't actually want to run Star Wars The Old Republic from Steam for a couple reasons. One, apparently it ties your account, or maybe it's just the achievements that are tied, because the launcher still comes up. I could log in with a different account when the launcher starts, right? I log in with multiple accounts. I have an account that my daughter started a couple characters on. I still have an old character on that account that lives on Macab to summon people to the Datacron there. I have an account that's completely free to play that I log into every once in a while just to check what a completely free account abilities are, or when they change something for free accounts. And I heard that you couldn't switch back and forth between accounts, but maybe it's just what's bound to what shows up for your achievements, as an example.
Well, how does that work? Okay, outside of Steam, I mean, how do you log in 2 different accounts?
When the launcher comes up, I just change from, me to the other account. No, the launcher's got your account name, your password, and your authenticator code, right? And everybody's got an
Yeah.
authenticator key, right? Yeah. So you
And
just
so once you're logged into the game, the launcher has nothing to do with it anymore,
right,
so you just log in with a different account. Okay.
right.
I don't see why you couldn't do that with Steam.
I think you're right. I think I could. So what Evil Dark Archon is saying, and now that I've run it through Steam, it only ties the first account you log in to the Steam launcher, but I believe the launcher window still pops up and you could type into that launcher the
Yeah,
other
different.
account and log in. It
Yeah.
just wouldn't show up as this stuff, which is the achievements, which we can talk about now. Anyway, I'm going to keep both installs for a little while. I've got space on my game SSD. So I'll keep them for a little while at least. I'm not a big Steam user. I tend to install like all my MMOs are not run through Steam. Like I could be running Final Fantasy through Steam. I'm not. Uh, you know,
Lotro, you could do either way.
okay. So Lotro's not. Guild Wars is not. Star Trek is not. ESO is not. Whatever. I don't run many things through Steam. If I did, a couple things that it will show in Steam. If you look up here at the top, it shows playtime. There's a couple people who keep the game client open all day and now already have like a million hours played already showing up here. But the bigger thing that went in today that looks kind of cool is achievements. So achievements did open up, and boy, they look pretty spiffy in here. Kind of makes me want to get a couple. So it shows today, because I just logged in today for the first time, so all of this stuff popped in today. But I think it would show whatever recent achievements you got are. Oh, I can show my activity. Say something to this game about your friends. This
No,
is
that's not what it says.
yeah, no, activity. Say something about this game to your friends.
Yeah.
Post. This is
I
a
thought, but you said say something about your friends to this game.
oh, this is a triumph. That's my test text every time I do something at work or development. This is a triumph is my hello world text. This is a triumph. Max achieved. So shows some of my achievements. And then I noticed over here, it shows the summary. I'm at 183 of 191, which is not that high. In fact, of all the people on the ops team tonight, I think this was one of the lowest ones. It's not nothing, but there's a bunch here that I just should go and get. In fact, I'm probably 2/3 or 90% of the way there. It's just the kind of thing I don't go after until there's a reason to go after it, because I just let it stretch out. I'll get it someday. I'll get it. But these in particular are Master Outlander. So complete all Knights of the Fallen Empire chapters on Master difficulty. I've done some of them, not very many. Veteran Outlander, I've done more on Veteran, but not all of them. Eternal Master and Eternal Veteran, which is Knights of the Eternal Throne. What is this one? Flashpoint Master. So I have not done all of the clear all listed story mode flashpoints at least one time. I have not cleared all story mode flashpoints. That's wrong. So I'm gonna have to figure out what is missing for what reason in there, because I've done every flashpoint in the game many times. And then this one, Elite Warlord, reach Valor rank 100. So this is where I was saying I've got characters at 80 rank, Valor rank 84, 85, and 79 are my top 3 characters. I switch back and forth between the characters I play. I never pushed one of them all the way to 100. With Valor bonus coming, along with bonus XP starting next week, here's an opportunity to go after something that will end up in your Steam achievements. I almost punched my microphone. I'm getting so excited about achievements, Seema. How about you? Are you getting excited about achievements?
I like achievements.
Are
Yeah.
you an achiever? Do you achieve things? So
I
it
go
says
in
I'm missing.
spurts.
It says I'm missing 2 others in addition. 2 hidden achievements remaining. Details for each achievement will be revealed once unlocked. So I don't know what those 2 hidden achievements are on mine. Chat room, do you know what these 2 hidden achievements that I do not have displayed here that I will need to go off and get? Because now I want to get them because they're secret. They're hidden.
Right. I want to know the secret.
Also, Galahard is asking, has anyone gotten any of the trading cards yet? So there's these trading cards and decals. I don't think you can get these yet. I don't think these are in just yet. So you will need to wait until they do this kind of stuff. And I think this is where they're going to continue to add to their whatever they're implementing as part of the adoption of Star Wars: The Old Republic into the Steam ecosystem. So SWTOR has a full list of the achievements on her site. Let's look it up. SWTOR, she is a gem, is she not?
Yes, she is.
SWTORista.com. SWTORista Steam achievement list and guide. Look at that. She is amazing. What are interesting achievements? Show off your achievements. How do you find missing hidden achievements? To check your Steam achievements, go to the Steam profile and click Achievements Progress. There's 7 to find out which you are missing. You can either compare your list to my full list, which will take a long time, or you can use a fan-made tool that tracks Steam achievements. Okay, so I don't have either of those, and I'm not going to compare to every single achievement in her list just yet. I will have to figure out what they are. And I will maybe I'll make a spreadsheet page so that I can figure out what those final 2 hidden achievements are that I do not have. Okay. What do you think, Seema? Are you gonna switch over? I know you were
Maybe.
thinking about switching over to maybe using Steam as your login.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I have to. I don't really want to have both, and it's hard for me to switch over and just have one method, the method that I'm not used to. So we'll see. I'll probably run both for a while. I tried to install it today, but as you know, that didn't go well for reasons nothing to do with Steam or
Well, a little bit to do with
SWTOR.
Steam.
Well, a little
Steam
bit.
says, "Oh, you've got plenty of room to install the installer,
But
not to download the 20 gig that comes after that."
I thought about that. I thought, well, I wonder if they really mean that. I thought, well, I might as well just assume they know what they're saying when they say there's plenty of room. And
Yeah,
that was wrong.
and it was
They
wrong. It was
there wasn't
lies.
there wasn't plenty of room on
Why
my
have you
C drive, so I
turned
have
this
to
client into a launcher of lies?
so I have to figure out which won't be terrible, but I have to
Hmm.
figure out how to make it load
Darth
its library on
Brundlefly
a different
says he
drive.
has 2 trading cards. So they are available now? Why don't I have any?
Yeah, there's advantages to the Steam launcher. Like Evil Dark Archon is saying, Steam doesn't ask for admin privileges, so that'll just make it easier to log into things like Discord, and use push to talk. And also, it doesn't use Bitrater. It doesn't do the the reshuffling of data. I forget what the word is, but yeah, I can see advantages. I just don't want to sit down one day when I'm ready to play and I can't play because Steam is down.
Yes, which has happened from time to time for people playing various games that have problems. I don't think it's happened much in general. Steam is quite reliable in general, and so hopefully Star Wars: The Old Republic wouldn't have any problems. I know our ESO team has had problems with Steam in the past, and a lot of them took the client out of Steam as a result. Here is some notice on what the deal is with the cards. Apparently, they are more of a cash shop reward. So how do I earn more drops? Card drops earned, card drops received. Card drops in free-to-play games are rewards for spending money in game. Does my subscription count? I mean, that's some spending money. You have not purchased anything in game after this card set was released. Progress to next card drop, nothing. Approximately $9 USD per card drop. So in theory, if subscription also counts, then I should be getting some card drops once a month. Once you've received all your card drops, you'll be eligible for a booster pack containing 3 additional cards. Booster packs are granted randomly to eligible users as more badges are crafted by members of the community. Make sure you log into Steam each week to maintain eligibility. Huh.
The cards are crafted by...
I don't know what that means. Yes.
Me either. I guess we'll find out.
Visit the trade forum. Search the market. Lana Benico. None of your friends have this card. Search the market. I could buy this for 18 cents. Is this 52 for sale starting at 18 cents? Buy. You must have a Steam purchase that is between 7 days and a year old with no recent chargebacks or payment disputes. Steam support cannot remove this restriction. What does that mean? You must have a Steam purchase that is between... So I've not bought anything on Steam in the past year is what it's telling me. I don't think that's true. But that's interesting. So there's a whole little trade. There's like a real money trading thing for these cards here, but it's only 18 cents. I'm buying a Lana Benico card for 18 cents, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea why I want these pixels so bad that I'm willing to pay 18 cents for these random pixels in a client that I don't even plan to use and I will never see again, but I will own the pixels.
Yes.
So this is interesting. Kind of. Maybe it's interesting. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Screenshots. I haven't taken any screenshots yet. My review. You've played for 86 minutes. Write a review. 86 minutes is plenty of time. I'm going to write my review. This is the worst game ever. And by that, I mean the best. Narshada Nightlife is live. See, it says it right here. This is also a lie. Launcher of lies. All right. Anything else in Steam that you want to ask the chat room or be aware of or check out for next time, Seema?
No, I just know that several guildies have been using Steam forever.
Yeah.
And really, really like it. So I'm going to try it.
I think it is worth a shot. And as we've said before, I think it's been a brilliant move on BioWare's part to get the game into the Steam ecosystem and to take full advantage of this kind of stuff. I think it is great. One thing I think would be interesting to talk about a little bit more, which maybe we'll do in a future week, is if you do want to work on this big, long achievement list, this 191 achievements that count within Steam, and some of them are aggregated and things like that, we have some achievement masters in Alea Iacta Est, our guild. Maybe we'll poke them and see if we can get either some tips and tricks and do a show about that.
Yeah, I
or
would like
maybe
that.
get one or more of them on the show to talk very directly about how you go and get some of the...
That's what I want. Yeah.
I think that would be great. Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it?
It
All right.
would.
But for now, we are going to up our achievement count for kicking droids out on airlock as EPC 352 gets kicked out to broadcast this show to all of you. Please keep up with us on Twitter at MaxTheGray and at AIESEMA. If you know any great people that should be playing the game with us, you will get one of our personal kudos achievements if you get more people to come play in our guild, Alea Iacta Est. They can get guild information at aie-guild.org. They can jump in our guild Discord. There's a link right there on the guild webpage. They can join our guild on either the Republic or the Imperial side of Starforge. We would love to have you. aie-guild.org. Come play with us. And with that, with that, we will talk to you soon.
Later, everyone.
Oops.